So, for this next video, this is going to be about Todd White, but we are going to go over and grab where Walter Veith is telling us that peacock is another symbol for Satan. I did not know that the crow was a sign for Satan, which means that when Charlie Wayne and Platinum Rose were singing the song about the crow, they were singing to Satan, and I had no idea, even though I was working with them. It's pretty sad, huh? I wasn't paying attention. And we've got this goat. So, peacock is what we're going to look at with Walter. Okay, listen, he's going to say that the peacock is another sign for Lucifer.
The black and white squares with the circle with the cross in it. You'll have the serpents, you'll have the fish, you'll have the peacock, symbol of Lucifer, symbol of Horus. You'll have
peacock symbolism of Lucifer. Well, isn't that interesting? Because that peacock is on the front of Elevation Worship's album with a ladder going to the sky, the Kabbalah ladder. Yes, I understand the dream, but... Okay, if you know about Jacob's ladder, you know that in the shadow picture that is going along with it, that Yeshua HaMashiach, that Jesus was the ladder that the angels were ascending up and down on. And inside this occult, they think that it is an actual ladder that's the Kabbalah ladder. That's why these groups are practicing this. Hold on, since the other video just said Stephen Furtick used this for his album cover, let's go grab that real quick. Sorry, Furtick. It wasn't you, it was Hillsong. So we've got the sun symbology, we've got the Sacred Heart, which is that Catholic Babylonian thing. We know that Jesus was the ladder that the angels were ascending and descending on. And it shows man wrestling with the lion. And roses that are wrapping around the man's leg and then going up the ladder. But very clearly, in Hillsong's album cover, it is the peacock, and it says, "There is more." And that is very clearly sun worship, and it has, look, there are stairs that these guys are standing on. That's the stairs that these guys are ascending up the stairs of Freemasonry. See the book at the bottom? So this one has a ladder and stairs. Stairway to heaven. So in this version, the peacock, being Satan, has the chalice inside its beak, and the drops of what look like grape juice, but could be the blood of Yeshua, is dropping out of the top cup and into the bottom cup. That's interesting. And Satan is supposed to set up his throne over the hearts of man. One sec. So these are a couple of things that you can find if you go in and look for peacock and Lucifer, or peacock and Satan, or you guys remember seeing that on Brother John Elving's video where the Hillsong people are doing this? Evidently this is connected to the peacock. Okay, so hold on. Okay, it is recording. Okay. So remember, I keep pointing out that the Kabbalah is being taught inside Bethel, and when I keep pointing out the list inside the backup channel that's all the proofs of what Bethel is teaching. There's a video that talks about the Kabbalah and how Raziel was channeled by whoever it is, the guy that created the Kabbalah. But read what this says at the bottom of this screen.
That the spirit of Tauz Melech is the same as his own, perhaps as a reincarnation. He is believed to have said,
Talez Melech, or whatever that is also known as Raphael, Uriel, Raziel in other teachings. So Raziel is Lucifer. See how this guy put his hidden number 33 right there inside the handcuffs? This guy wants to tell you about peacock symbolism in the Bible.
And found that. This is Jared Dees from thereligionteacher.com. You may have noticed in Christian churches a picture of a peacock in the artwork or statues of your church. Why?
That would be Catholic churches, not... I've never seen one inside a westernized Christian church. We'll listen to him for a second.
What's the meaning of this symbol? Why would you have a peacock in the artwork? It's not a biblical idea necessarily, a symbol, but so where does it come from? Well, there's three main reasons why Christians have latched on to the idea of a peacock as a part of Christian symbolism or iconography. The meaning of it is eternal life.
Their imagined meaning of it is eternal life. Now, this has come out through alchemy. That's what this teaching is that he's trying to teach, claiming that the religion teacher is trying to tell us that peacocks have something to do with Yeshua HaMashiach and the faith of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that's not true.
Or the resurrection. So why? Why would that be the case? Why would a peacock refer to eternal life or resurrection? The first is the tough skin.
What does tough skin have to do with Christianity? Zero. Nothing. You can't try and connect a bird's attributes to being thick-skinned or turning the other cheek or anything else. Can't do it.
Supposedly, the ancient Greeks believed, and this was something that Christians also latched onto, that the skin of a peacock was so tough that when a peacock died, it remained tough and sturdy. It didn't decompose after a very long period of time. Even St. Augustine kind of tested this and found that after a year that the skin of
St. Augustine tested this.
a peacock that had died was still very, very tough. So the first is that tough skin shows that idea of eternal life, that we are also going to live on after death, including our bodies with the resurrection of the body. The second thing is, of course, what are peacocks known for is that beautiful plumage, their feathers, and their feathers fall out.
Still not a biblical principle.
Fall out and regrow. So you can see, or
The life and birth, the infinite, you know how we keep seeing infinity signs in Hillsong's stuff? That has to do with the death of the phoenix and the rising from the ashes. This one, the feathers fall out and regrow. That's the reason that they are reborn, because their feathers fall out.
understand that idea of resurrection there, right? That feathers fall out, but then those beautiful feathers come back in to grow again, just like resurrection. We die, but then we rise again. Then the last thing, maybe another symbol related here, is that these little circles, if you ever look at a peacock's feathers, they have these bright circles in their feathers. The circles are the eyes, like the eyes of God. This all-knowing, all-seeing eyes of God. And that's another reason why often we see peacocks referencing the significance of God's presence in the world. So,
okay, we gotta stop this guy. I just hit the wrong button.
Is one of the central figures of Yazidi religion. One of the 7 holy beings, Melek Towers, translated in English as Peacock Angel.
Remember, we just looked up Molech Towels, and it was another name for Raziel, and Raziel is another name for Satan, and he's the one who gave the Kabbalah, and the Kabbalah is what Bethel is teaching at their church. We just showed that.
Is one of the central figures of Yazidi religion. In Yazidi creation stories, God created the world and entrusted it to the care of the 7 holy beings.
Those are the Great White Brotherhood of Light, the Ascended Masters from the New Age. The reason that the Statue of Liberty has 7 rays, 7 points coming out of its crown is because it's coming from this story of Lucifer.
Often known as angels or Heft Sur, the 7 mysteries. Preeminent of which is Tauyuz Melek, the Peacock Angel. Like many aspects of the secretive Yazidi religion, Tauyuz Melek is subject to varied and ambiguous interpretations. The Yazidi Book of Revelation, Keteba Jelwa, a text generally believed to have been written by non-Yazidis, along with the Yazidi Black Book in the early 20th century, but based on Yazidi oral tradition. It states that he allocates responsibilities upon humanity as he sees fit, blessings and misfortunes. Upon humanity as he sees fit, and it is not.
Okay, so we've gotten enough of that the peacock can be interpreted as another name for Satan, correct? Did you see the colors of the peacock? Let's go look at something that's been concerning me for a while. So, at least for 2 years or 3 years, I've been telling Sean Christie over at Revealing Truth and Spencer Smith that this looks like an owl of Moloch. And then there are times when he's walking around and down by his crotch, there is a Baphomet head. Well, then I went and figured out that because the cut of the shirt is overlapping, if you go to the back side of the shirt, there is a Baphomet head, but that's not what's as telling. Let's see if I can get better resolution. I should be able to.
I who am talking to you. I believe. Pharisees are there. He says, I came into this world that those...
Do you guys see the 2 peacock heads and how the leaves are the peas on its head, the little things on its head? Okay. Todd was wearing this shirt when he was talking about children being kidnapped one time. Do you see that negative space right there? That is the actual Baphomet head. That's the goat horns on the side. Look at that real quick. The eyes. The eyes are right there in the center of the screen. The nose is right there in the center of the screen, coming up the snout, the ears, and the top of the Baphomet, and the fire at the top of the Baphomet. You see that? It's in the negative space. It's the black stuff or the darker colored stuff. So we can see the peacocks, one on each side. We can see the Masonic flume right there that was just on that podium. And we can see the Baphomet head. And if you go to the yellow, it kind of looks like an owl instead, where it's a big giant head. And the two yellow pieces are the ears of the owl. But look at that Baphomet. So this picture isn't designed exactly the same as what we're looking at, but see how this one is the shadows and the negative space? They've made all the negative space into white as far as the ears or whatever. Okay. So on Todd's shirt, this is what we can see. We can see the snout. We can see the nostrils. We can see the eyes. We can see the ears. We can see the horns, and we can see where the flame comes out, right? Those are the things we're looking at. Do you see it? The negative.
He says, I came into this world to, to
Do you see it? It's right there in front of you, and it's in between the two peacocks' heads. The two peacocks make the positive space. The Baphomet makes the negative space. Todd White's already told us that he was raised in a Masonic group home. All of his mentors, all of them, are Masons. This is intentional.